And so tell the court what you did in order to raise the 35,000.
Well, I sold my business. What I told her that I was going to sell my business, and that's what I came up with, the $35,000.
You said you were going to forgive the whole thing, and now you're only forgiving most of it. You can see how that's not necessarily a great look.
But what you may have been doing today may be criminal. Thank you. Do you both solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
I do.
I swear.
Guys, today we're diving into a heated courtroom battle where $35,000 hangs in the balance. The judge lays down authority right from the start, setting the stage for what's about to become a tense back and forth.
All right, you're both officially on oath at this time, so I'll go ahead and ask the state to call you as individual witnesses. And Mr. Diamond, if there's anything else you wanted to do to complete the opening, you can do so at this time, sir. Thank you.
Well, I guess maybe if I could just add, I mean, the court already heard that he's a veteran, so I imagine the court will waive court costs for Mr. Costas.
Yeah, that's not going to be a problem. I always say that for the end, but that's not a problem. Thank you. All right, you ready to call your first witness then? Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll call Ms. Hutton. Ma'am, will you state your full name, please?
Danielle Leanne Hutton.
It looks like your name is misspelled on the... Sorry, that was me. All right, so let's talk about what we're here to do today. So my understanding is that your desire is to forgive 35,000 of the arrears that Mr. Costas owes you. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's talk about the and I need to ask: has anybody pressured or coerced you into making that release?
No.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the backstory. Okay. So I think you probably heard me tell the court that there was some sort of an agreement that he would pay 35,000 and you would forgive the rest of it. Was that originally your understanding?
So originally I wanted 45,000. And then he kept saying he couldn't do that. He had said he could do 40. And then he came back and said he could do 35. And he just kept texting or calling my son, like doing all kinds of things. So I would accept the 35 and forgive the rest. But I never felt comfortable forgiving all of that. And him only paying 35, but I felt like if I didn't say, yes, I'll take your money, I would have gotten nothing.
Okay. And I'll try to keep this brief, but there is an equitable side to this. Tell me if I understand it correctly. Your position is that Mr. Costas did very little to help you raise y'all's child. Is
nothing to help me raise my child. Absolutely nothing.
Okay, so not around, not physically present?
No, I had my son by myself. I raised my son by myself. He didn't buy clothes, shoes, no phone calls. He did nothing.
Okay. All right, and again, I'm not. I don't have I've told you before. I don't have a huge interest in this thing. But the court's probably going to want to know, so I'll ask you now. You could understand how one could argue that it's not a great look that even if he didn't hold up his end of being a father, that you said you were going to forgive the whole thing, and now you're only forgiving most of it. You can see how that's not necessarily a great look.
I could see how it's not a great look. But I feel like I was very pressured into saying the 35. Like even now he would text me today nonstop.
Okay. Yeah, and I think legally you probably have an argument there, but
okay, here's the deal, Mr. Diamond. Also, going forward, I'm getting ready to stop the texting between the two of these. Okay, yeah. Here's the deal, folks. That's interfering, sir. What you may have been doing today may be criminal, and I don't even want to think about going there. But you're not allowed to interfere with a witness or with testimony that a witness is going to give in a court of law. So that's very problematic. So at this point, going forward, sir, do not do that any further. Otherwise, I will have to turn this over to the appropriate district attorney's office. So I just want to get everybody online on this. But let's not do anything behind the scenes, because it could be considered criminal. You may proceed.
I'll pass a witness, Your Honor.
All right, now how did the money come through the state disbursement unit, Mr. Diamond?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so so it came through the state disbursement unit, so there's no reason for the forgiveness. It's automatically done. He's automatically got that credit, correct?
Right. But I want to match him dollar
Okay.
dollar for dollar.
Right. He owed like 81 something, Your Honor. He's paid 35,000 against that 81 that he owed. So she's wanting to forgive 35,000. So that's why
Okay.
the request would be to
An
take
additional 35,000.
no. He's let me
Yeah.
if I could put it this way, Your Honor. So 81 something is what he owed. He paid 35,000. So presently on paper, he shows an arrearage of about 56 and some change. She desires to forgive 35,000 of that 56, which would leave a balance of 21 and some change.
Okay.
And then I think he's going to tell the court why he doesn't find that equitable.
Well, I'm going to tell her. I'll get ready to give her some bad. Y'all got it, ma'am. Do you have everything in writing?
No.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. I'll let you call your next witness. We'll
Thank
be
you, Your
right
Honor.
back. Thank you.
All right, I'll call Mr. Costas. Sir, will you state your full name, please?
His name is Ricardo Antonio Costas.
In my understanding is you're a veteran of Iraq, Mr. Costas?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's talk about this case. That was your understanding as well, that you would pay 35,000 and the rest would be forgiven?
Yeah, that's what we talked about.
Yes, sir. And so tell the court what you did in order to raise the 35,000.
Well, I sold my business. What I told her that I was going to sell my business, the barbershop, so I could give the money to her. And I had $10,000 saved up, and I gave it to her. And I asked my dad $5,000, and that's what I came up with, the $35,000.
Okay. Where does that leave you at financially, having paid all that money?
I got about $2,000 in my bank account right now.
Okay. What kind of, I guess what I'm really asking, so selling your business, what does that do to your earning potential going forward?
Well,
And your
I'm
son is
still
grown,
working.
so I'm not asking that to try to change your child support. This is more of an equitable consideration.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I just I could pay little by little, but I mean, we reached an agreement, and now, I mean, we talked about it, and now she want more money, and then she told me she want 45, and now she still want more. I don't know where we're going with this. I mean, I understand I wasn't there for the kid. I wasn't in a good place. When I came back from Iraq, I had some issues. I even got wrongfully kicked out of the army, and then I just got on my feet. I mean, I got my discharge changed, and I'm trying to do the right thing. I even bring my son last year over here, and I wanted
Okay,
to go visit this
Okay,
year.
Mr. Mott, I hate to cut you off, sir, but now you're going way past the question that was asked. So again, sir, you need to listen to the question that the attorney asked and just answer that question at this time. Thank you.
Okay.
So I think, and you've told the court most of it. You understand how this, in my opinion, this is not really a great look for either of you. Because on the one hand, she said she was going to do something, and now she's wanting to do something a little significantly different. But on the other hand, it's not necessarily a great look for you either, because you owed her 80 something $1,000, and even though
And
she
I
pulled the
owed up
car,
to that, and I know that.
yes, sir. So I guess the question is, it's really an open-ended question. You understand, though, that I think what she would probably contend is that you're still getting a pretty good deal here because you owed 80 something $1,000. You paid 35, and you're going to come away only owing 21,000, assuming the court does what's being requested. You understand how it could be argued that that's, even though the process was crooked, that's a fair result.
I understand. Yeah.
All right. So how do you respond to that?
Well, I mean, well, I don't understand the question.
Well, I mean, really, it's
Mr.
she didn't do what she,
Okay, I get what they're doing, sir. And again, any argument, Mr. Diamond, this is going to fall down that these folks didn't have a writing. I mean, anything they did, any side deals they made, anything on the side, it's under Texas law, I'm not going to be able to. That's unenforceable. It really is.
Yes, sir.
I'll double check that. I haven't had to look at something like this in a long time, But I'm pretty sure that without, hey, that's why I kept asking you folks, y'all got something in writing, a contract or something, one way or the other, that says that this is what's going to happen. Because when you're dealing with a certain above a certain amount of money, the state of Texas, there's a thing out there called the state. Well, it's universal. It's called the statute of frauds that requires something like this to be in writing, at least with if not notarized, at least with the party signing off on it as an agreement. So you know, again, when we're doing that much money, and the fact that the money was owed, and you know, I don't think I can enforce anything on Mr. Costas' side. I'll again, like I said, I hadn't had to look at this for a while, and I'm gonna do due diligence and do some legal research on this one, because I'm pretty sure this has happened a lot more than once before, and I'll see what the different courts have said. But right now, sir, I based on my initial understanding of everything, there's probably not a darn thing I could do differently than give you credit for the 35,000 that went in. And if mom wants to, in addition to that, give you further credit, that's something that she can do voluntarily. But again, and I'll get the state to confirm that she wants to do that and take it down to that 21,000 again through her testimony. But that might be the only deal you're going to be able to get out of this, there, sir, because y'all didn't you didn't do this with a writing, and you didn't do it through lawyers, which would have made sure that everything was, all the I's were dotted and all the T's were crossed, and that's just the way it's going to probably fall. But again, I haven't had to look at something like this in a while. I hadn't read any case law on this one in a while, so I'm going to do my own, like I say, due diligence, look it up, double check everything. But the best I'll probably be able to do, sir, is give you the credit for the 35,000 that you paid. If mom wants to voluntarily dismiss another amount and take it down to 21,000 owed, sir, then that may be that's about as far as I might be able to go on this one. But again, I'll do my own research on this one and confirm that the initial finding that I'm looking at making on this one. So at this time, I'm going to let the state recall either witness, and I want to confirm that mom still wants to forgive the amount and take the judgment amount down to 21,000. And I want to take this one under advisement and reset this one for next week on one of my journal dockets, and go ahead and make a final ruling to confirm and deny the request of both parties.
Thank you, Your Honor. So I'll recall Ms. Hutton. And can you go ahead and turn off your mic or turn on your microphone, Ms. Hutton?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again, it's final answer. You want to forgive the 35,000 and be done with this? Is that my understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I'll pass a witness, Your Honor. So,
ma'am, you understand that you're agreeing that that you're forgiving everything, and no matter what the bottom line is, that $21,196.45 is possibly going to be what the court finds is the amount that's still owed, and I'll still have to come up with a repayment plan on that. Is
yes,
that what
sir.
You're saying, ma'am? All right, Mr. Costas.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to tell me at this time, sir? Again, I understand the equitable arguments, but the law is kind of clear. You know, I wouldn't buy a car for $80,000 and not put it in writing somehow. Okay, it's just got to be in writing, sir. So is there anything else you can tell the court, or anything else you're requesting, sir?
No, I'm okay. Thank you.
All right, then, guys. Like I said, I'll double check, and if I find out there's an equitable reason to do this, I'll reset this matter for a special setting, and I might have to bring y'all in live on this one, but I'll probably set it on Zoom, and we'll take this hearing back up. But again, based on the the statute of frauds and the Texas, unless the state of Texas has done away with the statute of frauds, which I doubt. Then without a writing, that's any agreement you made would be 100% unenforceable, and I'll confirm that, and whether or not there's something that's been carved out under family law that lets me do something different. So at this time, folks, I'm looking at doing a reset. Y'all don't have to appear. I'll make it on for the reset, because I expect next week's a big holiday week, so people are traveling. But I have court I got a live docket next Wednesday. Next Tuesday, I've got my Zoom docket. So I'm going to reset this for July 1 at 9 a.m. on the general docket, but only for the purposes of ruling. And if the ruling is that there is something that could be carved out, y'all will get that ruling in writing, and you will get a notice of a special setting, so I can have a final hearing on this where you two are the only hearing I have during that 1 hour, 2 hour time frame.
Okay.
All right. So again, every now and then, this is kind of interesting. Every now and then judges want to see what the law is anyway, because but I'll go ahead and do that reset, and but y'all can be here on the first if you want, but you don't have to be. So
Okay.
one final time, any questions, Mr. Costas?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Anything? Any questions, Ms. Hutton?
No.
All right, Mr. Diamond. Anything else from the other witness?
Your Honor, if I could ask them to stick around and sign the reset, because we're right up against the time to get the reset file, get the notice out. It'd be a lot cleaner if I could get signatures on a reset.
Right, because it's 3-day notice and everything. This is a Thursday. All right, folks. I need to ask y'all to hang around and sign off on this. This confirm that y'all got it. It's legal mumbo jumbo, but it'll mean that I actually can have that hearing or take this back up next Tuesday instead of kicking it out another week after that because of the holiday. All right.
Okay.
All right, thank you, folks. We're off the record, and everybody be safe out there and have a safe 4th of July. All right, thank you.
You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The judge wraps it up with calm authority. He confirms the mother's forgiveness and leaves about $21,000 still owed. The case is reset for final review, but the message is loud and clear. Verbal promises can't beat the law. He ends the session wishing everyone a safe holiday, and that's it for today's Courtroom Showdown. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.